Okay, that's enough dawdling. I posted on all my socials. Yes, I know I'm late. But still not as late as I have been historically for cursed trains from Train-a-Thon's Discord! Here's hoping that the OBS is actually working properly. It's not. Because of course! Wouldn't have it any other way. Check your pulse. Yes, yes, we will certainly go check your posts. We just bounce over here. Grab my cursed trains window. Which, for some reason or another, apparently is being goofy and quirky right now. The robots do kind of get quirky at night. But yeah, let me see if it's actually showing up. Yep, it's showing up now. Excellent. So, was there anything else I needed to add here? I don't think so. So we'll start over here. Actually, no, wait, not over there. We'll start with you! For our open office hours. So let's see, what did I miss since I was last here? Breaking news, runaway train, and another post of some sort. Any shorts? There are some shorts, yes. I think this is from, when was this? 26th was last week. I don't think I've seen that one. Off to the regular posts. Let's see, 3 hours ago. Oh my, you've been very prolific. So yeah, let's see, 6 days ago, 6 days ago, 7 days ago. Okay, now we're talking. So yeah, this is what you got for Christmas. This is CSX 2608 as a stick figure. Fiction Real with, I'm not sure what this is. Gonna take a closer look at the extra tab over here. But yeah, NJPM Railroad. I don't know what that's a reference to. I imagine it's cursed for some reason, but I think it's more cursed how everything is just all messed up in the background, like a tornado went by. That's it. I'm not exactly sure what's going on over here with the pantograph. Because this one looks perfectly fine. This one, I feel like there's something off about it. I just can't put my finger on it. Like there's a part of it missing. Oh. Shift key. The other weird thing, of course, being the Bachmann track here and here just being night and day, basically. Oh yeah, I suspected it was damaged in some way.
Just a girl from the hood, I was doing alright. Then this girl ran up and said she wanted to fight. Had to turn around and ask if she's alright, cause clearly she don't know me. I told her, girl, I will beat up you and your family.
Oh yeah, I think we saw this.
Your pops and your granny. Now everyone's looking at me cause she's causing a scene. Cause clearly she wants to get me up. I was just
January 2nd, ooh. I don't think it's normal for those cars to wobble like that. And then there's just a spontaneous arrival of a Shea locomotive, just minding its own business. Nothing particularly cursed here, though I do admit it's kind of weird to have a skeleton car in the front. Also for it to stop. I don't know if it had arrived at its destination. Also, are these two tractor trailers for an 18-wheeler on one single rail car? And those are like the conventionally sized ones, not like the old-time ones.
This little guy keeps biting my phone in my fingers. You know what that means? Microwave. This little guy
This is a
keeps biting my
microwave.
phone in my fingers. You know what that means? Microwave.
Please don't get claimed. Oh, yeah, okay, there's the cursed train. There it is.
Can't the future just wait another year and the clock keeps ticking? Some friends disappear, but if you keep sticking, another loss, another win, another possible beginning, and the world keeps spinning. There's an angel here. Can't the
Who's there? Who's there?
Go like cussing down, you're getting whooped.
No! No! No way!
I do wonder where this audio came from. It does actually pique my curiosity. Bye, passengers. I have no idea what was going on there. I'm gonna have to go through this. Let's see. Bloxburg voted best town. Search for best donut begins. Santa's elf disappeared mysteriously. Fireworks salesman missing something something. But I don't know. I feel like there was probably more to that I wasn't able to read into. This one's a repost. This is apparently funny, but it looks like someone took a lot of effort to animate it, so I'm not exactly sure what to make of that, if I should even look at it in the first place. Definitely cursed. Make no mistake. And we got more over here. We've got Roy does a big express. We've got plans to go completely off the rails, which is a Prime Video for some reason. I'm not sure if I should see that or if it's gonna get claimed. We've got this. We've got me when I'm not sick. When will I come back to Steam? Yes. When will he get back to it? I'm sorry to hear that you got sick.
The next morning. Oh shit! What the fuck are you doing in my house?
Is this just audio? Please tell me it's not. Oh yeah, I feel like they put a lot of effort into this. I don't want to take that from them. New profile picture is the first one. And of course we've got the big one, because why wouldn't we? Oh yeah, definitely. We saw this image just a second ago, along with this one and this one. Okay, this one's new. I think it was in one of your videos. Top 10 photos taken before disaster. And another angle. And I want to say another angle, but before. So yeah, CSX, new profile pic. It's just a square with a mouth and two eyes. For some reason, I thought they would be like white dots for some reason with little pupils, but I guess not. There's this weird little thing in the corner, though. I'm not sure what that is. But I think it just adds a little bit of touch. We got our own classic big one from the Galaxy Railway series. I feel like this is in Roblox, which is probably what makes it cursed. Or at least more cursed than usual. We've got CSX, but for some reason, I think it's CCX. That's weird. We've got... yes, we got this one. This is just one of those things where it's like me when I plow into your mom. That's the vibe I get from this. And top 10 photos taken before disaster. Oh, check out the animation. Oh yeah. Hi, Evan, Afton, and friends. Welcome to the stream. And another image of top 10 photos taken before disaster. That is gonna be claimable audio, so we're gonna mute that. I don't know what the deal. Oh. Wait, haven't we seen something like this before? I feel like we've seen something like this before. And I'm trying to read this fine text. There's a lot of malice in this statement, and I'm not exactly sure where it's coming from. Please don't get claimed. Please don't get claimed. Please don't get claimed. Please don't get claimed. Audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle. Audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle. Ooh, a new video. Oh, wait, that's an old video from Technical Dave. Gosh dang it. When is he going to post another video? Yeah, we saw this one. We saw this one. I think we should be able to actually just bounce back. Was it in shorts? No, it was in posts. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. But I can clearly see from the art here that somebody really put a lot of effort into this, and I don't want to detract from internet traffic to them. Oh, I see. That's what it was supposed to be. I thought it was something else. If we're going to be quite honest. I do feel like the perspective is a little off, though. Yeah, I think if everybody just wants to enjoy this, I'll just leave a link to it here. I don't condemn or condone anything here. If there's anything weird in it, I'll just kind of leave it at that, because I know someone put a lot of effort into this. Seriously? I didn't think the big one was in this. This looks like a regular big boy to me, except it's Thomasified, because of course. I still feel like I should get their permission first before watching it, with all due respects. I know it's supposed to be a cursed train, but it's not like your average meme where you can just grab it and then post it somewhere else, like yoink. You know what I mean? So I'll just let this sit on the back burner while we go check. Yeah, there's nothing new here. Anything else we need to see? Because I think that's going to be it for now. Just going to scoot these... Oh, scoot this over. I don't think there's anything new. Have you gotten their say-so? If I don't have their say-so, I'm not going to risk it. Where can I say, or where can I confirm that they're okay with it being shared? Is it going to be in the description? Last part of episode 1. Sorry for taking so long. I was really busy with stuff in real life due to the lack of motivation on scratch and currently swamped with remaking my characters. But don't worry, I'm back. So here's what I finished, and this was my first time using CapCut. Anyway, so here's a cast special in scene one at the beginning of 0 seconds, music, credits. Norfolk Southern 9581 Productions, Chessy from Margizilla 2006, and Incaracado Minas Gerais? Or Gerais? I don't know. But yeah, that's just... Yeah. Okay. Tell you what, are you a gambling person? Are you willing to take chances? Because if I can spin this wheel and it hits delete unnecessary tabs, we will watch the video. How does that sound? I'll give you a sec to type that down. No takers? Don't actually bet money. It's nothing on your end, but anyway. Round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, you lost. Oh, well. Better luck next time. Anyway, Train of Thoughts Discord, Benny Boys Discord. I think they're still blocked off from posting anything. So we'll make a note of that. I don't think there's anything here on Jacket Jill Fries' Discord. That's new. Like, the latest we got is from the 26th. And last week, our Cursed Train was... on... was it? Oh, it was the 26th. Okay. So, with that out of the way, we should be able to bounce back to Cursed Trains from Train of Thought's Discord! Go check out Train of Thought's Discord. Go check out their YouTube channel. They probably posted a video today. No, I'm not going to spin the wheel again. I'm going to ask for their permission. If they say yes, then we can look at it, okay? How about that? Sound good? Because I certainly hope so. But yeah, go check out Train of Thought's Discord. Go check out his YouTube channel. He probably posted a video today because it's for Friday. Go check out his Twitter, at Train Fact Guy. These and other things will be in the description down below. If you agree to the rules in the Cursed Trains channel, which are posted here, by the way, then you should be good to post every 6 hours. So where did we leave off previously? Because we saw that one. We saw that one. We saw these ones. And that one. I don't know. I just like this one. It's friend-shaped. Wiener Train. We saw that. We saw that. I think we... Yeah, we saw these. Okay, this is probably where we left off. Because this is 26 with the double... with the double turntable. Well, no, don't worry, I'll ask. I'll take care of it. And here's the design with 4 different turntables for one reason or another. I'm assuming because there's high traffic. Anyway, off to Richard's post from the 27th. What the... is this Percy-looking saddle tank. It is man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. But yeah, I was not expecting a tank engine like this. I'm assuming it's articulated in some way. I can't quite put my finger on it because it's not a Malay. Or at least I would think it's not a Malay, but who knows. It may be a different type of articulated configuration. I just think it's weird that there's no cab in the back and no fuel bunker. Let's see what the cursed signalman has to say. Well, he's been put upon. Put upon what? I can't say. Phoenix Lover 69.
Nice.
They said the Percy she told you not to worry about. Well, it is an absolute unit. Literal definition of caterpillar on wheels. That's not Percy, it's Percival. And last but not least, from Isabella, I can't unhear it now. Anyway, Roberto Hoon, Norfolk and Western, if the steam era had not ended when it did. Introducing the the Norfolk and Western Y set. Oh, wait. Wait up a moment. That's a Baltimore and Ohio engine. What is this doing? Yeah, I guess it's cursed livery, but it's so easy to just slap that on, even in real life, not just as a game texture. But yeah, I could have swore that they had locomotives like this with the Norfolk and Western. I might be able to verify that with Google Images. I don't have any filters on, so... Image is a screenshot from Train Simulator, of course. Baltimore and Ohio. Okay, so yeah, visual matches. So I see one in Pennsylvania, but that might be a fantasy scheme. Can I get something from real life, though? I'd like a real life image, if I can help it, that isn't a bottle. Well, I guess there's this one from the Baltimore and Ohio, but it's a little cropped. And that's a Train Simulator. That's a model. Wait, is that a model? No, I don't think so. This one is from Facebook. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that ain't the right one. This one's a sort of a Challenger, I want to say. It's not the right kind. This is a 2664. We're looking for a 2884. Is this a 2884? Let me just see this image here. Pause the video. Go to thumbnail. Yeah, no, that's not it. Okay, so let's try searching a different way. Norfolk and Western 2884. Images. I knew it! They do have one. The new Norfolk and Western 2882Y class type locomotive. Hauling a coal train in Virginia circa 1958 by Jim Shaughnessy. I think that's how I'm supposed to pronounce it. But yeah, here it is. It's real. The 2884 Norfolk and Western locomotive isn't real. It can't hurt you. The Norfolk and Western 2884. But yeah, apparently they had them in the Chesapeake and Ohio and Norfolk and Western. There were 844. Norfolk and Western had the most with 227. That is a lot. That is a lot. And this cursed livery of a Genesee and Wyoming expansion, it's all sorts of weird looking. I'm not sure if you're able to see this or not. Just gonna close this out, please. Thank you. Not now, trains. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is definitely something. I was not anticipating that. But it is a C44-9W number 1899. Okay. But yeah, this is real. This is based on something that's real. For the most part. Let's see. RK315 posted the following: a turbine locomotive made by a guy called Giuseppe Belluzzo. Oh. I think I remember this one, but why would anybody do this? This just feels like such a waste. Because steam turbine locomotives are best suited for speed, not for shunting work like this tank engine. Because I don't think this would be suitable for anything else other than shunting or light services on like a branch line. But looking at loco info, we might have some information. Giuseppe Belluzzo designed a steam turbine locomotive with each wheel, shouldn't it be axle, powered by its own turbine. By 1908, the Officine Meccaniche in Milan. Built in 1908 by the Officine Meccaniche in Milan, the locomotive had two axles, or is it Meccaniche? I don't know. It's Italian. It's a Romance language. We've been seeing so many French words lately that my brain is just French coded now. But yeah, the steam first drove the turbine in the front right wheel, and the exhaust steam was used to drive the turbine in the rear wheel. This continued from the rear left and front left wheels before finally ending up in the smoke box. Oh, so it does power every wheel. Gosh dang it, that is absolutely bonkers. And I feel like that is going to create uneven wear and tear on the wheel axle arrangement in ways that are beyond my mathematical ability to calculate. But I don't need to know the calculus of it all in order to understand how bonkers this is and how it didn't work. The turbines turned at a much higher speed than the wheels, and the different speeds could be achieved with the help of different gear wheels, while forward and reverse travel was made possible with double guide vanes. Although the prototype was in use until 1921, the drive form with several turbines did not catch on. Predictably so. Oh, there's a new Amtrak toy, you say. Interesting. Anyway, Phantom Heart DXP posted the following: Tales from the S-Bahn, which is a YouTube short. We will take a look on
This train
YouTube.
is on a boat, but why? Trains don't float, usually. I was sent this image by a friend the other day, and I then sent it to the train subreddit, basically trans trains, and I was met with more questions than answers. So what is it? Was it real? Was it rideable? And answer to that, yine? This was the Dutch Railways Rail Clipper. Well, no, it was not a regularly scheduled train that you could still ride. It was a publicity stunt that resulted in a rideable train boat that you could take across the waters of Amsterdam from August 17th to the 21st, 2005.
Ooh.
And then it was presented for exactly 1 week only in Rotterdam before the train was removed on September 13th and returned to normal rail service.
Aww.
I'm sort of noting that this was basically just a barge that had a train you could sit on. The train didn't control the barge, but a rear cabin was attached to the back of it, and that is where the barge controls were. But it was still cool, and I would have loved to have had a chance to take it for a ride.
I would have been interested as well, possibly, hypothetically. Anyway, here's the link to the YouTube video if anybody wants to watch it in their spare time. So we'll close that off. I feel like it's a repost though, because we saw something like this about that promotional stunt not too long ago, if memory serves correctly. Richard posted the following, and it just says in the description that, oh, of course, by Tons of Fun, portable toilet services, or rental. I'm not going to blur that number out, so I think that's just free publicity. I wish I could say that this was novel. It is not. Absolutely not. This is just peak redneck engineering. Oh gosh, what happened to that wheel? This is also from Richard. Challenge. Try to figure out how the actual... This happened. Challenge level or difficulty level? Impossible. Train punctured tire. That is more than just the punctured flanged metal tire. That is going into the base wheel attached to the axle. How do you catastrophically fail that badly? Like, terrible job, Super. How'd you mess that one up? We got Mr. Magalore as well. Yep, it's the toilet car. Absolutely skibbity toilet. Anyway, Mr. Magalore said, I was hoping this would look better in color, but I'm honestly not surprised that it doesn't. Why does this remind me of that meme of that little munchkin thing with the big beady eyes and the tiny little hands? You know the one I'm talking about. Oh yeah, oh yeah, the color did not make that better, or did it? I don't know. It's kind of subjective. And we got some responses from the curse signalman. That guy with the train set said, I still like it. Sure. Anyway, am I able to find the meme I'm talking about? I should be able to find it on Know Your Meme somewhere. Is this it? No, that's not it. No, I'm just getting results for Family Guy. Which is not what I was looking forward to. And the hooded guy from the Mandala catalog. Gosh dang it, I can't find it to save my life. Oh, that's good to hear. But there's a bunch of other gobbledygook that just doesn't really vibe with me in terms of the results. So, moving on. The Boston and Maine locomotive 3639 after falling into a turntable pit at the Boston Engine Terminal in Somersville, Massachusetts. Posted by Me Evil Bob on Reddit and shared to us thanks to Frank the Fox Demon. And it's a train in a turntable. Well, oh well. So, this one looks familiar, but okay, this does not look familiar. This looks pretty novel to me. So you know what that means. It's time to spin the wheel. Round and around the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Morty, look at me! Look at me! I turned myself into a pickle! Sorry about that. So yeah, we'll mark that as done. We will hop back into the void while I go swap models. And the audio actually played this time. Excellent. Let's see. Oh no, I'm perfectly fine. It's just it was a few weeks ago that I was sick, but not now. It's just I messed up my voice when I was trying to do the bit. Let me see if I can try it again. Morty, look, Morty, I turned myself into a pickle. It's the funniest, Morty. Oh, that's the wrong one. Gameplay, no, we need the web browser. That's better. Sorry, I was just going through the wrong tabs because, of course. That's not how it works. Excuse me. Anyway, Richard says, Express 040? Also, the double pistons are frying me. What do you mean double pistons? It just looks like dual pistons to me. It is weird that it's a British style logo with the pistons on the outside, but I don't see internal pistons. Otherwise, there'd be like the profile of a circle here. Now, my question is, what does this belong to? Because it's just a little goober. It's just a goober. He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't commit war crimes. Oh, not this one again. Oh, no, wait, this is even weirder. Stop Motion Spoke Box says, I unironically like this train. The Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Choo Choo Express. I think we have a toy that we saw on Amazon.com of this locomotive. And it does spit out track like this. I don't know. It's just I don't. I'm trying to remember how it worked because the mechanism for it being able to spit out track and then pick it up again, I think that's what it was supposed to do. I completely forget. It's been so long since the last time that happened. Let's see. We got Richard again, and everybody's reacted with the alien emoji. And this is a very famous scene from a video clip from British Rail, or no, not British Rail, but railway in the UK demonstrating the effectiveness of nuclear cask storage on rail cars to demonstrate that there would be no leakage of nuclear materials from such cars. So they did a public demonstration where basically they took a whole train like this one over here. Obviously no passengers, of course, but they just let this run automatically into this segment of track where there's a derailed rail car. And the nuclear cask was fine. But it's still crazy that they had to do that. Let's see what Curse Signalman says. From Revan Biozone Ranger. Quote, not the frickin' edits of the Project G1. I thought this was a screenshot from the video of the train ramming into a nuclear flask car. I thought it was cask car. Anyway. Old Dalby Test Trek, Nuclear Flask Test, 1984. It was literally 1984! But yeah, I see why it's cursed, because it's got the face. I think it's Toby's face photoshopped onto it.
Type 46 diesel locomotive number 46009 and 3 standard coaches were used to represent a typical passenger train. Dynamically speaking, more coaches would have made no difference to the force of the impact. On Tuesday, July the 17th, these were positioned 8 3/4 miles back from Old Dalby, near a village called Edwalton. The train was set in motion without a driver.
Oh yeah, she is hauling.
And watched from a safe distance by some 1,500 invited guests, it ploughed headlong into the derailed flask and wagon.
Wait for it. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Boom, there's the money shot.
32 different cameras captured the scene from many different angles.
32? I think the worst that happened was the spilling of diesel fuel. I feel like there was something off with the alignment of the audio in this clip. Come on, skip the dramatic sting.
Was complete. The experts checked the pressure inside and confirmed that there was no significant change. Crash scientists were able to reassure the public that manufacturers had built a container that could withstand the ultimate disaster.
Now, the only other thing I could possibly think of that would be able to plow into that thing even faster is a plane. But at that point, you're basically trying to thread a needle using an excavator. Which is to say, it's almost impossible. Why does this look familiar? From Frank the Fox Demon with the Dublin and Kingston, Hibernia, Britannia, and Manchester in Ireland circa 1834. But yeah, this is just the doohickey machine. Just an absolute doohickey machine. And it's got a vertical piston, because of course it does. For the Dublin and Kingston Railway. Built in 1834 by Sharp Robertson Company of Manchester, the Hibernia was the first locomotive to run in Ireland. Customer was the Dublin and Kingston Railway that was originally built in standard gauge. The locomotive was designed by Bridger Roberts and was very similar to the experiments he had built a year earlier in Liverpool for the Liverpool and Manchester Railway. Thus, it had vertical cylinders which drove the rear axle via bell cranks. Is that what they call it now? It was expected to haul 60 to 80 tons at 20 miles an hour, and its manufacturer once claimed that it reached up to 60 miles an hour on trial runs in Britain without a train behind it. 2 identical locomotives, named Britannia and Manchester, were also manufactured. At the same time, 3 locomotives with horizontal cylinders were ordered from the George Forster and Company of Liverpool. The Roberts locomotives were not as successful because the movements of the vertical cylinders caused damage to both the locomotive and the rails. Oh. Additionally, the piston valves were not quite mature at the time. Hibernia was destroyed in a boiler explosion. Oh no. In 1842, and her sisters were also withdrawn shortly later. Oh boy. I don't think there were survivors from that. Or at least I could imagine. Ooh, it's Richard again. This editing is Oscar-worthy. I'm sorry. Thomas the Tank Engine Trackmaster 2 Duke, edits by Galaxy Studios 78 on DeviantArt. I think that's going to get the wrong award. But thanks, I hate it. Ooh, this dubious little creature from Johnny. The Hunslet diesel mechanical locomotive for use in mines. How do you control this thing? Is there like a remote control in the back? That you operated from a passenger car of some sort? And everybody replied with printer. Because it is very printer shaped. Like old-timey printer from like the 80s. Like one of those Xerox ones where you still had the printer paper that was based on what was it based on? It was based on thermal paper. That's right. That weird chemically paper where they have like a plastic layer on top of it that you normally see in receipt paper, and they just burn it in whatever text is supposed to be there. Or one of those plotters, those plotter printers. I'm not sure if you've seen any of those things, but they are weird. Absolutely weird. Anyway, Hoya Fanboy 1930s with Cursed Thomas Bootleg from Panda Mart. Spray Train Adventure. Why is it a spray train? And why are there tiny little trains running into this bigger train? I have many questions. Hey, random stuff, welcome to the stream. Oh, here's another one. It's a train carrier with knockoff Thomas and James and Percy, who has a tender for some reason. Fully magnetic driving. It's got sound and it's got lights. And it's able to be carried around like a suitcase. Because, of course, why wouldn't you? This one's the Great Adventure set. It's more like tracked cars instead of like tracked trains, but it does follow a similar sort of design. There is something very whimsical about this, though. I cannot deny that. Oh, and of course they've got knockoff Harold, because why wouldn't they? And it literally is from Panda Mart. I didn't know there was a website or a store called that. This is Car Games, more Cursed Train car thingamajigs. Oh my god, they lobotomized Harold, according to Fiery Steam. Well, I don't think they lobotomized him so much as they just tore his face off. Kind of like that scene from SpongeBob where they, like, took Patrick's face. I think it was. Was it Patrick? Or was it somebody else? Frank the Fox Demon says the following. From the Queensland State Archive series, part 16. Where is it? That's what I was looking for. The construction of the Albert Bridge. What on earth is this word? Indorupili? Indorupili? Anyway, this is the progress of the Span launch from Flickr. And they're literally just holding segments of the bridge with boats. And I'm assuming they're just scooting it from one side of the river to the center. Because, like, this is before, this is after. I don't know how you do that, but it looks like they cannibalized a boat and turned it into a barge. It's very curious. DC Genesis, what are you doing? What on earth is this? Why is he springing a leak from the boiler and the smoke box? And I just... This is the face that I have when I see this image. That is the image that comes to mind. And Richard asks, what is this from? Apparently in, let's see, Tuesday Treasures, March 2024, with the Didcot's Railway Center. Children's Education Through Railway Publications, Part 5. So yeah, we got a bunch of manuscripts. Visiting the Didcot Railway Center today is for many youngsters the first engagements with railways and of course steam engines. Countless thousands have done so since we opened our museum, and we have wonderful examples of how that first visit has fostered a lifelong interest in railways, and many became our volunteers who engage with each new generation to inspire them in just the same manner. Let's see, the Weeping Royal Scot is on a page titled Why No More Steam Locos, and explains the Evening Star is the last steam locomotive to be built for use on our railways. Why? There are lots of reasons. Here are some of them. A steam locomotive, though it is very powerful, is very wasteful and rather dirty. There you go. Spitting facts or downright slander, depending on who you ask. A great deal of the coal is burned is wasted because the heat goes to making the metal parts of the engine hot instead of boiling the water directly and making steam, which is what we want. Coal burned in hot fire leaves what is called clinker, or bits of slaty stuff. This has to be removed regularly, and to do that you have to let the fire out, which means the engine cannot be used. Water boiled very hard leaves scale. You can see some of this, I expect, in your kettle at home, and this means that the boiler has to be cleaned out regularly, and again, the engine cannot be used while it is being done. A steam locomotive, in fact, works for about 8 hours a day or less. An electric or diesel electric engine can work for much longer without any attention. But yeah, somebody just illustrated this because they felt like it to kind of get the point across. Understandable, have a nice day. I still feel like... I feel pain when I see this image. Frank the Fox Demon says, this is the 26th of the Twitter Living History series. Yes, choo-choo, mother trucker. Oh, hey, Jay Christensen, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you pop in as well. We are looking at 2 Chicago Transit Authority elevated trains that collided, injuring 222 people. Nobody died. We love to see that there were no casualties. But it is very curious how you're supposed to just deal with emergency responses on an elevated guideway of this sort. Oh, and here's the elevated rail car that fell off the tracks. And here it is from a different angle, and I am very curious about this. For some reason, I thought this would be a much more, I guess, compatible switch system. Like, you could go in any direction you want. But it's clear that if you're on this track, you can't go this way. And if you're on this track, you can't go this way. But it's very unfortunate that something like this would have happened, but these things were built to last, so... Also, nobody lost their lives, and oh my goodness! Squidward! With the Stamp Play Rail store. Yeah, they put the L in Chicago L. McQueen better be ready, because Henry McTunnell is in town. Henry was very cross. But yeah, it's Temu Henry. I wanted to see what the reply to this was. There were no casualties? How? Molly Hackerls asks through the cursed signalman. We got this one, LMS Castles. I don't know what's cursed about this, other than it's supposed to be a castle class, and I'm assuming that it's not supposed to look like this. Stop Motion Smokebox says that they can live with this, which is okay. Yes, Henry McTunnell. Ooh, what's this? Something about this reminds me of a tsunami from Captain Hades, and I don't know, it just kind of reminds me more of, like, something else entirely, to be quite honest. I don't know why they had to have the cab, or the cabin inside the cab so high off the ground, though. I don't know what that does for us. Or for anybody, for that matter. Because it's very strange. But yeah, we got 2 pantographs up in this EMU up in here. I do wonder, this gives me vibes of Cape Gauge. I don't know why, it just does. Let's go check out what on earth this thing even is. So apparently it's the E653 series. Let's see. Let's check the wiki article. I know it's pretty cursory level, but it's a reliable source that doesn't have anything I need to censor. Constructed from 97 to 2005. First entered service in 97, there were 72 vehicles composed of 12 train sets. And let's see. It was an AC-DC dual voltage electric multiple unit train type operated by East Japan Railways Company, or JR East, in Japan on a limited express service since 1997. Originally used in the Joban Line Fresh Hitachi Limited Express services between Ueno and Tokyo and Iwaki, they were reallocated to Niigata for use on the Inaho Limited Express services from 2013 and the Shirayuki Limited Express services from 2015. I'm assuming from 2015 onwards. So yeah, I had a strange feeling. Yeah, this was definitely Cape Gauge. Couldn't imagine it any other way. I just could tell from the industrial design of this whole thing that it just screamed Japan for one reason or another. Oh gosh, what's this? Oh, and of course it's a monument, so... Oh wait, it's on... Why is it on wood 2x4s? And how are these pieces of wood not splintering under the sheer weight of this absolute unit, the Moldenthal? Like, what? And it's a tank engine with concentric cams in its running gear. I'm speechless. But this is the Saxon H, Roman numeral 4, B, T. Later the... Is that supposed to be LLB or IIB or ILBT? The font is not very useful here. Yes, wooden rails for the display track. Upper or Mountain Railways numbers 53, 58, 59, and 108 of the Oberhondorf Reinsdorf Railway numbers 1 to 4, and the Bakwa Railway to Moldenthal from 1856 in Germany. 10 were made. Starting in 1856, Hartmann started to build four 240T tank locomotives for the... Oh gosh, what is this? Oberzeg... Oh, Oberzger... Staatsbahn. Oh god. Germans, what are you doing with your language? Gosh dang it. For use in coal traffic. In the years up to 1874, 2 other companies in the Zwickau coal district followed. The Oberhondorf Reinsdorfer Klemmeisbahn got 4 of the Bacher Eisenbahngesellschaft. Gosh dang it, what are you doing? Make it stop! Please make it stop! I can't pronounce any of this. And we've had to go through quite a lot of weird on this Discord. Gosh dang it. Would it kill him to get a translation? Because I do not know enough German, or any German for that matter, to be able to fully pronounce this correctly. Like, I was having trouble enough with French. Okay? With all their fancy silent consonants. Oh, and there's no ties either. That's even worse. But anyway, they got 2. These locomotives had inside frames, outside cylinders, and outside valve gear, while 8 had Stephenson valve gear, the others had Allen types. In 1868, the locomotives of the blah 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 came to the Saxon State Railways. There, the class designation changed multiple times from the H Roman numeral 4 to over the H Roman numeral 4 T, H Roman numeral 4 BT, and Roman numeral 4 BT to just Roman numeral 2 BT. The H originally stood for the manufacturer Hartmann. The Modenthal of the Bacher Eisenbahn was the last one that was in line service in 1923, and from this year it was used as a works locomotive and was only withdrawn by 1952. 4 years later, it came into the Dresden Transport Museum and today is the oldest surviving Saxon locomotive. Well, that's all great, but this is just so much to unpack because it's just so goofy. And did they move this out here with a crane? Bruh, I'm dead. Just... Ugh. I need a resuscitation button. But, like, ain't no way this is Stevenson with these cams. It must be the Allen. Oh, and this is how they got it into the building, I assume. And here it is on display inside. With all the components in proper functioning order, I imagine. Hopefully. Because the last thing I need is a cosmetic restoration. Oh, and here's the last one. The last image here. I still think it's weird that there's 2 different tanks. One on the front and one in the back. Like, why did you need to do that? To the people who designed this, who thought that was a good idea? Oh, and we hit the end of the line. With Richard's post, here is an LNWR engine number 3464, a 317 class tank engine. This is a lot to unpack. Because it's a saddle tank engine with a funny funnel. It's got something to cover the smoke box. Or the chimney of the smoke box, so no water gets in during the rain. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It's time to spin the wheel. Round and round the wheel she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Ah, oh, gosh dang it. Rendered by Ubisoft. Girl become train. I feel like that's gonna get me demonetized for some reason. Speaking of which, let me go and vanish for a moment while I go swap models. Oh, and of course I spelled rendered by Ubisoft wrong in the title of this model, because of course I did. Let me just scoot this over. And back again. I still haven't done the Skibbity toilet model. I should probably get on that at some point. Okay, I'm back. So, we are officially in office hours, which means we can go take a look at some of the things that people are suggesting. We are starting with something that was mentioned earlier. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? In the chat. Must watch the train crash. Oh, the Amtrak toy. That's what I was looking for. So let's go crack open a new tab. Amtrak toy. I'm assuming from Amtrak proper. Okay, so I guess there's some weird stuff here, yes. Very much so. We will just take a quick look, because we do have some options here to look at that are kind of goofy. So yeah, we got the regular merch here, because of course, why wouldn't we? But what I think is of particular note, it's not this, it's not this, it's none of these pins here. It's the marketable plushie! Don't turn me into a marketable plushie. Gets turned into a marketable plushie. But also this Brio-looking goofy Avelia Express over here. It just reminds me of the Brio trains from my childhood. They had a series from, I can't remember which year, it was 1990 something. But yeah, this is what comes to mind. It reminds me of the Eurostar that was kind of built similar to this for wooden model railways. And I think there were some more than just that. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. But here's the marketable plushie. I might be able to turn this into a GIF where you're like petting the plushie and it squishes up and down. But this is the one you were talking about, right? These were the ones you were talking about? Anyway, let's go try that other weird one that I think would probably get me into a lot of hot water. But I'm able to look at it in a separate tab, so I think we should be good in that regard. If I can even find it. Ah, there it is. I put it down over here, that's right. Let's see. Check the animation, I got a heart. Please tell me this is a... Yes. I see something called I Have Your Heart, an animation by Crabapple, which I think, yeah, I've heard of their animations before. In a heartbeat, heart animations, are you able to leave the link? Because I have enabled hyperlinks in the chat to what you're talking about. But if it's not train related, then we aren't going to see it. Check my pulse, the photo with the big one. Is that where it is? Is it... on your posts over here. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. It is. Wooden Amtrak. This is what we're talking about.
Hello everyone, this is USA Wooden Railway, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Amtrak Wooden Railway Excella 2 wooden train. Well,
It's not Excella, it's Excella. Otherwise there'd be two
like 3
C's.
of them, so I guess Excella 2 wooden train pack. I think that's a better word. So yeah, well today we're just going to be taking a look at how pointy it is. Never going to use this box ever again probably, so let's pull an engine out. And wow, this is really angular. It looks like a fish, kinda. It's just super angled. Very angled. Like, look how pointy it is.
Not gonna lie, it does look kind of goofy.
Look at the shape of it. Look how thin that is. Oh my gosh, it's great. I love it already.
I'm just glad he's happy.
Boop.
I think that's what matters.
I gotta pull myself together. So, this is the first power car, and the detail is really good. But like, look at the nose.
It's missing a door in the back, though.
It looks like a dolphin or like a porpoise or something. Okay, moving on. That's great. There's a coach.
Anything else here?
Get that. Got some doors. See what this is.
First class.
That says, yeah, first class. Door on that side, yeah. Coach looks really good.
Oh, they actually have doors on this one this time.
I don't know much about high-speed trains. I've only seen like one high-speed train my entire life, and it wasn't this one. And
Skill issue. But then again, I shouldn't be talking. I've had zero experience with high-speed rail.
The real train from it, I probably won't notice it, but I have noticed.
I gotta say, though, it would be very interesting if they had articulated cars for this thing.
Okay, we gotta turn that around.
So there were like two passenger cars and they shared a bogie together. Kind of like the real thing. But then they'd have to add an extra car, and I don't think it would fit neatly with the packaging.
And just as goofy looking. So.
And if there was a way to hook them together, I think it wouldn't be particularly pleasant. I could imagine how, obviously.
The engine, so let's put it on. And there, boom, there's all three. So, let's take a look at this thing on the track I'll put together.
But I think it's completely possible.
The engine right there. There's the coach. And there's the other engine. Let's do a... Magnets are pretty strong, which is good. Like,
well, I think that... Oh, and it just slipped.
Yeah. So, yeah. Just roll it there. Roll it back. Rolls really well.
But how does it deal on slopes?
So, there it is.
Hey, T. Welcome to the stream.
Like, rate this thing, come on, camera, focus. I would have to say that this is... For the price I paid, I think this is a really good toy. Because rolls well. The couplers work well. It's, compared to the old Excella, it is larger and more proportionate with all the other Amtrak wooden trains, so I like that.
I guess.
So I have to say, this is a good wooden train right here. I'd recommend buying it for your kids, or if you are a kid, asking your parents to buy it. Or if you're a weird adult like me who plays with wooden trains, despite the fact they are 20 years old, I'd recommend buying it for yourself too. So... yeah, it's a pretty good wooden train set here. Though what I do want to say is that I know a lot of people are going to go, it only comes with 3 cars, the old Excella had 5. Well, when you have a wooden train that is over at least 4 cars long, it usually uncouples easily after that point because the weight's too much. So I think Amtrak made the right decision to make
I wouldn't know.
Only 3 cars long, as it makes it more playable. As you can see here, it's not uncoupling.
That's true, that's true.
So kids are going to be able to like zoom it around their layout and not have issues with it uncoupling. So I think it was a great choice on Amtrak's part to have it only be 3 cars. Now this video might seem like a mess, but I wanted to leave it unscripted because I believe that if I unscript reviews, you're going to hear my honest thoughts. Because if I like write it, then like it's gonna be like scripted and everything's gonna be predictable. You're not gonna see like my honest, real reactions. So this video, if it feels unscripted and a bit, well, just bad, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to do the review honestly so you could see all my reactions. So yeah, Amtrak did a great job on this wooden toy, and I recommend picking it up for your.
So yeah, that was very goofy looking, as one would expect. Considering what we saw over here, I can probably show y'all what I was talking. Oh, the other post with the animation that you wanted me to see. Not that one. This tab. This tab. Oh, right, this one. Was it this one you wanted me to see? The one they explicitly told you that we weren't going to look at until I specifically asked them? Because I will ask them and then we will see what happens by next week. If that's fair, okay? Anyway, did you have any, yeah, but did he say yes or no? Or did he say nothing at all? Because if they said nothing at all, then I am not exactly sure. Let me see in the chat. Or the comments section. Let's see, they got a pin, curiously enough. But I don't see a reply. Where's the reply? Can I see all of the... Let's see, sort by newest. Let's see, a day ago... Screams and throws water everywhere. But yeah, can people react to this? They got a heart. That's not an affirmative yes. I want an affirmative yes. Okay. If that's not too much to ask. Are you still able to hear me just fine? I just turned this down a little bit. But was there anything on your YouTube channel that you posted, T6025, aka Jacket Jail Fries? Because I imagine you would want me to stop by. Let's see, this is from a year ago. Posts. 9 days ago. Shorts. Over a month ago. I don't think I've seen this one, though. This looks strange.
My grandpa isn't all there mentally, so please try and be respectful during the party. Squidward, you have my word. Happy birthday, Grandpa! There's a bomb! There's a bomb! I'm gonna explode! My grandpa isn't...
Oh, of course. Oh, you just made a video. Oh, hold on a sec. Let's bounce back. Over here. Let's see, videos. We just saw this, didn't we? You said you just made a video. Here, I thought we just saw this earlier today. It was the one about the arguing. Cause, yeah, unless there's something else that's Cursed Train related, then I guess we can just probably wrap up here. I definitely need to have dinner after all. Because I haven't done that yet. Because I'm dumb. But I guess maybe it was for the best, because then I wouldn't drink a bunch of water and then have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the stream. But you get the idea. But yeah, I'll go see if Brandon is cool with me reacting to his video. Because I was okay with reacting to that really weird one because it was so short and outlandish. The Roy Does the Big Express and the Overlord of Horror, on account of the fact that, like, I'm not exactly sure there was that much effort put into it, but you get the idea. In the meantime, though, you can all enjoy it for yourselves, if I can find it again. The copy link address. Just plonk it in the chat there. Sound good? So yeah, that is going to be it for tonight's stream. I highly suspect I might be streaming tomorrow, but I make no promises. So yeah, just want to thank everybody who stops by, because it's always nice to have your company. Don't forget that streams and videos are only made possible through the contribution and engagement of folks like you. Oh, yeah, I will definitely be planning on that, Evan. So yeah, don't forget to do all the engagement thingamajigs over here. If you're financially able to, don't forget you can also contribute through becoming a channel member, a patron at patreon.com, or donating to the Stream Elements link, as that's preferred over the super chats, because YouTube takes a cut out of that. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one, and until then, take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up, folks. Bye, everybody.